People thought that when I missed the weight back in June that I didn't really care. But like, bro, I come from the trenches, bro. You don't show no emotion. Honestly, bro, I made a big mistake talking about my damn personal life because people don't care. People really don't do not care about, what I was doing or fucking what I should have done personally. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say it on record too. I should never even put that out there. Cause now people talking about, oh, you lying. Fuck it, I'm like whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? So y'all just take it. Y'all just take it for what it is.
Picture being welcomed into boxing's most elite circle, guided by the sport's top pound-for-pound fighter and sharpened by a coach crowned the best in the business, then choosing to push back your chair and walk out for good. That's the move Keyshawn Davis made when he carried out what he labels a total reset. While most boxers would do anything to stay close to Terence Crawford's camp, Davis came to the conclusion that even a dream setup can feel like a prison if you don't control your own direction. This wasn't a simple switch in coaching, it was a full erasure of his professional setup, a decision that stunned observers and sparked debate over whether it reflects unshakable confidence or a costly miscalculation.
Deeper than the team, this family, you know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I need around me, people that really genuinely love me. And when it comes to boxing, we all got the same goal, and that's to be different and be great.
The spark that triggered this complete breakdown of his setup traces back to June, and a moment Keyshawn himself sums up as a shocking wake-up call. What was meant to be a crucial leap forward, a high-risk matchup against the dangerous Edwin de Los Santos, turned into a very public collapse when Keyshawn missed the weight, forcing the bout to be cancelled and dealing a serious blow to his image. While fans focused on the number on the scale, Keyshawn interpreted it very differently, seeing it as a deeper personal failure rather than just a physical one. He came to understand that the system built around him in Omaha wasn't truly supporting him, but instead hiding how much he was unraveling on the inside. In that moment, he accepted that for his own mental survival, he had to shatter the circle he was in.
It's kind of strange to hear Keyshawn say that he changed the entire team, even though they did nothing wrong, at least from the outside looking in. Also, they were actually a good team. Keyshawn, BoMac, and Crawford team pretty much were a good matchup. And it ain't like Keyshawn lost under their wing. You see, usually fighters change trainers when they lose. But in this situation, Keyshawn didn't even lose. He didn't even fight his last fight because he missed weight by 4 pounds. So I wish one of the reporters followed up to figure out, why did Keyshawn leave his team, his trainers, for what? What was the main reason? You guys heard Keyshawn, he felt the need to change everyone around him. But for every action, there's a reason behind it. So I wish one of the reporters followed up with Keyshawn to have him elaborate on that. Anyways, there's no secret, Keyshawn is a special talent. And he was at this level before BoMac and Crawford team. Did they elevate his game? I think so, but at the end of the day, he won a silver medal and was the best fighter in the Olympics from the USA. He did all that on his own, Keyshawn did.
Away from the spotlight, a heavier mood was forming that viewers never fully saw until the damage was already done. Whispers started circulating about an off-camera episode, said to be a locker room confrontation tied to Nair Albright's camp, where rising tension reportedly crossed into something physical and cast a shadow over the whole operation. At boxing's highest level, unity inside the team is critical, and many believe this episode pushed everything to a breaking point, especially for BoMac, who has recently been dealing with legal issues of his own coming to the surface. As the strict order of the gym collided with the disorders surrounding Keyshawn's personal world, the strain escalated into a problem that could no longer be brushed aside.
Bernie the boxer, letting everybody know that, hey, they didn't expect, Keyshawn Davis to not make weight against De Los Santos. That he planned it, Keyshawn been doing these interviews and stuff, man. He been telling on himself, and we always say, hey, the truth always comes to the light, and it does. Yeah, it did, and it does. Oh yeah. But I'm here also to let y'all know, okay? Because I'm still behind Keyshawn Davis. Yeah, I forgave him, okay? Still behind him. Yep. Oh yeah, still behind him. There ain't nobody perfect. Yo ass, if you looking at this video, your ass ain't perfect either. Nope, you not perfect either. Nope. I don't care what your woman told you. You ain't perfect. You ain't that damn good. Yeah. Or your man. It don't matter, because we got women that watch this channel too. Yeah, ain't nobody perfect. But I'll tell you this. You know, if you look at history, man, there's a lot of guys that had to deal with alcoholism, you know what I'm saying? Drug usage, drug addiction, so on and so forth. Yep, they had to deal with that stuff. The demons outside, right? They grab a hold to you, right? The life grabs a hold to you. Yeah, even not even just boxers, right? Yeah, every sport, it don't fucking matter. Every single sport, you deal with this stuff. But the thing is that he recognizes it now, you know? The only person that's gonna change him moving forward is him, right? You can be around people that can influence you in the right way and tell you what you need to do, but ultimately, when you by your damn self, you as a man, as a person, as a woman, you have to make that damn choice, right?
One of the most jarring revelations Keyshawn eventually shared was the double life he was living while preparing side by side with Bud Crawford. He confessed that during several of his most critical training periods, he was quietly battling a drinking problem that none of his coaches or mentors knew about. Day after day, he would stand across from Terence Crawford in the gym, fully aware he had been drinking the night before, carrying that secret alone. It hit him that even after 4 years within the Omaha camp, the people around him never truly understood who he was. The connection was incomplete. He was operating inside their system, obeying their structure, yet remained emotionally distant, more like a temporary occupant than someone genuinely known by those entrusted with shaping both his career and his inner foundation.
All this shit businessman been talking, all the shit he said, all these motherfucking supposed to be top-notch interviewers, all these motherfuckers got all these platforms, all these fucking followers, all this shit, and then nobody asking one fucking question. Why? Then now one of them motherfuckers asked one fucking question. He said all that shit, your team deleted, I switched up this, I did that, and not one motherfucker had the guts to say, well, how come? Can you elaborate on that? For him to even say, no, I can't speak on it, just know that I moved on. Not one question. I never heard no one of them platforms that he went on say, damn, so why you leave BoMac and the team? Not one. Not Brian Custer, not Andre Ward, not Roy Jones, not none of that shit that he went on. Did none of them motherfuckers say, damn, how come?
The real twist behind Keyshawn's departure is that it wasn't driven by a rejection of Terence Crawford's blueprint, but by a desire to mirror it. He saw firsthand how Crawford stayed rooted with the same Omaha circle he grew up with, climbing from nothing to the pinnacle alongside people who knew him long before fame arrived. That made Keyshawn confront an uncomfortable truth. Within that setup, he was never central, just a supporting piece in someone else's journey. He believed that if he wanted to build a legacy of his own, he needed to go back to Norfolk, Virginia, and elevate the coaches who had been part of his life from the beginning. What he was chasing wasn't escape, but ownership, the chance to build his own version of Omaha with a team that understood his past, his pressure points, and his character long before the spotlight ever found him.
The team that you started with, going back home, talk to us about the reunition of you and your team.
My team, man. I love my team. I love my boys, man, my guys, man. Like, these people I've been with for all my life, bro. Like, these people I've been with as an amateur, traveling on the road as amateurs. We all amateurs. And then these guys that's training me, they didn't know they was gonna be trainers, bro. Like, they didn't know that. Like, the cards just got dealt and they just became trainers. But now they've been training for a very long time before I even accepted them to come onto my team, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, like, these people is family that I'm with, you know? Like, these people, even after the fight, we're gonna be going out to eat, we're gonna be watching NBA basketball games with, I'm gonna be over their house holding their kids. Our kids gonna be playing with each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, it's deeper than the team, it's family, you know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what I need around me. People that really genuinely love me. And when it comes to boxing, we all got the same goal, and that's to be different and be great.
This shift towards standing on his own went far beyond changes inside the ring and looked more like a complete business overhaul. Not long after the breakup, Keyshawn reevaluated his inner circle and wiped out nearly all of his professional connections, choosing instead to surround himself with his brothers and align with a new influential figure, Jay Prince. By partnering with the well-known and often polarizing manager, he made it clear he was done being viewed as a developing talent operating under someone else's direction. He positioned himself as the head of the DB3 brand, taking ownership at the highest level. The decision centered on reclaiming control of his story, even if that meant cutting ties with people who played a role in elevating him to the global spotlight.
Oh, and I knew he didn't make that. I knew he didn't make that weight on purpose. I knew that. He didn't make that weight on purpose. There was a reason why he didn't make that weight. It could have been the fact that, man, maybe he had drugs in his system. Yeah, because he had a party a few days before that. He's probably in there, yeah, getting it, getting a little green on. And another thing I want to let y'all know, man, a lot of fighters, man, shit. Let's say, let me name Mike Tyson dealt with that, who was it? Aaron Pryor, Whitaker, who else? Chavez Sr., a plethora, man, there's a plethora. The list can go on and go on, but I'm not sitting here reading off no damn what's saying. This is just what popped up in my damn head. So the list goes on. These guys have dealt with this stuff throughout their career, and they still had a damn successful career. Yeah, it's not the end all be all. Of course, you want to be clean as fish booty for real, because that's good enough to eat. But at the same time, you dealing with outside things, man. Mentally, you dealing with outside things, and this is how they let go for a minute, right? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right. Trust me, it's not. Look, you want to be clean. You want your body to be solid. You want your body to be on point, right? Yeah, but I'm just saying, it ain't the end all. It ain't. It's not. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. There's been other guys that have used, has been damn successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you fighters to use. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just trying to give you an example, not to give up on Keyshawn. Letting everybody know, don't give up on Keyshawn. The boy is skillful. The boy is talented. Yes, he is. Yeah, he got it, right? But, he's fighting demons.
The transition hasn't been smooth on the social media front either. Soon after parting ways, Keyshawn's accounts began showing a series of cryptic posts about loyalty, cutting out fake energy, and running circle checks. Most of these messages were taken down quickly, but not before the boxing world on Twitter and Reddit dissected them. The term deleted started trending as fans argued over whether he was executing a bold, strategic move or simply acting unmanageable. Critics quickly jumped in, claiming that letting go of a trainer of the year is a gamble usually reserved for those who have already conquered the sport, not for someone still fighting to cement their place at the top.
We need some lights in here. The businessman is back in action. The businessman is back in action. They just released the news. Wonderful news. Groundbreaking news. Christmas Day news. They just released the news. I told y'all I was gonna be back and better, right? I told y'all that, right? I told y'all that, right? Didn't I tell y'all that? Like a motherfucking diesel Oopa Loopa. Like a motherfucking diesel Oopa Loopa. Don't fuck with him. He's back. On the backhand side, pal. He's back. He's back. He's back. Back and better. On the turkey card, hello. We went from ESPN to Turkey. We went from ESPN to Turkey. Hello. Back and better. Back and motherfucking better. Jermaine Ortiz. Now look, I see all that arguing and fiddle-faddling y'all was doing on Twitter the other day. It was so hard for me to keep my cool and shut up. I knew I was fighting you, but I just had to shut up. I could not say nothing, because I ain't want nobody fucking this moment up right here for me. It's official. They released it. They can't fuck it up. It's official. It's official.
All of the chatter and bold reinvention now comes to a defining moment. January 31st, facing Jermaine Ortiz. Keyshawn is approaching this fight with a focus on me, not the past mindset, deliberately leaving previous conflicts behind. He's forecasting a knockout, trusting that his natural instincts, speed, and boxing intelligence will carry him through even without the Omaha system guiding him. Essentially, he's wagering his entire career on the idea that loyalty to family can outweigh following a proven formula. A victory would cement him as a mastermind who seized control of his own fate. A loss, however, could turn the great deletion into the moment he erased his own future.
It kind of took me aback as well, kind of being around you guys and seeing you guys together. I was with you guys in San Bernardino, I think in March when your brother fought. You know, I saw you with your baby in the stroller. It seemed like you guys were really close, and it just goes to show you just never know how comfortable someone feels with something that is that close to heart as something like that. But truly, are you past that stuff, Keyshawn, truly?
Hell yeah. If I was still on that, I wouldn't even be fighting on this car right now. God wouldn't have blessed me with this blessing. Like, this is a blessing. Me getting on this car was a very long process. It wasn't just one phone call. Like, it was like, damn, I really got to go about this a whole nother direction because it's not going to happen how it used to happen. I got to figure this shit out for me and my brothers. Like, no cap, you know what I'm saying? We side with Jay Prince. Again, that was a process. That wasn't just no 1-2 phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I never had a manager for my career. We was saying our mother was our manager just to give her a spotlight, but our mother was never our manager. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, you know what I'm saying? So, she the manager of my life, not in boxing. You know what I'm saying? And
Nobody
so
looks like your mom does.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And it was just a process of me even getting on this card right here, and this is a blessing, and God would never bless me with this blessing if he knew I wasn't gonna be able to take care of this blessing. You understand what I'm saying? This is my second chance. I can't mess this up.
Keyshawn Davis has taken a route defined by total independence and deep loyalty to his roots, swapping boxing's most established system for the uncertainty of returning home. In a sport where shortcuts and favors are the norm, you have to acknowledge the ambition it takes to build an empire from the ground up. Whether he emerges as the next big star or ends up as a warning sign is still uncertain, but one thing is clear. Keyshawn is now fully in charge of his own journey, unafraid to press the delete button when needed. We want to hear your take. Was parting ways the right decision for him, especially so early in his career? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. Share your opinions in the comments, stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.